Two. Hello, one and all. Welcome back. Another Monday night here at IR Bad at Games, and we are back with some more The House in Fata Morgana. We are in the home stretch. We're in the final chapter. Uh, we're now delving into the the possibility of preventing all of this from ever having happened by changing history. It looks like. So, spoiler alert. It
Yeah.
appears we are now back in the year that Morgana had her fateful encounter with the three men that wronged her. And now that we're here, we've got 3 days to try and figure out what's going on and save her. And if we can save her, maybe things might. But
Like an NC-17 Majora's Mask.
kinda, yeah. But there's lots of lingering questions. Well, I say lingering questions that I have that the game hasn't really brought up yet. But if this is the past, and if we save Morgana, then how does the future change? Because it is through Morgana
Right.
that we meet Giselle. It's through Morgana that all kinds of crazy shit happens. So, at what cost?
NC-17 Back to the Future. Just fade away like Marty McFly
Yeah.
after he is too hot to his mom, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of Morgana, we
movies.
we did learn. At least it has now been established that the stories that we've heard may have been embellished somewhat by Morgana, or at least colored through her perspective, which makes sense. Because now we're hearing the story. We've heard the story of how Mel wronged her from now her perspective and from Mel's perspective, which doesn't absolve Mel in any way of what he did, but it did at least show his thought processes and his reasoning behind why he did what he did. Anyway,
just kind of like, spineless, dragged along into
Yeah.
something that was pretty awful under
Yeah.
the threat of death. So that does
Right.
suck too. But still a bad guy.
Still a bad
Not
guy.
good.
One can only assume that we're going to be seeing the same thing with the other two. So,
Yeah,
with that
I
out of
don't
the
know
way,
about that.
let's
I assume the swordsman's just a bad guy. He's
like, yeah,
not good.
that, in my opinion, he is. Like, there's not a whole lot of redeeming
Seems
qualities
like
for the swordsman.
he's supposed to be a bad guy.
I like really like to kill people. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, like, sorry. Like, I don't.
Oh
I
man.
don't know how they tell that story in a way that makes him seem like he's not just a real bad guy. And Jacopo is also pretty shit, I think.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I have a feeling. Again, like I said, these are all still terrible men. But I have a feeling there'll be a nice little.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. Who knows?
All right.
I don't know their life. They still suck.
All right, here we go. Nelly.
Mel? Howdy, dearest Mel. Where have you been? Mel?
I'm so sorry. Oh God, bonk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Will you ever be able to forgive me?
Oh.
Look what she did. I think she just said dear smell.
Yeah. It's weird. If I hit the scroll wheel, it starts scroll. Yeah, it starts scrolling down.
Oh, that's what it is. Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually probably really nice if you were playing this on your own. Anyway, I've never thought about the interface for these visual novel type stuff. That's like, oh, hey, that's slick. Anyway, I never meant for this to happen. I'm so sorry. Please, I'm begging you to forgive me. I'm begging you.
You're not able to get my medicine? Is that what you were crying about?
Oh, did I lose you?
I'm still here.
Oh.
I did. Were you? I don't know. Maybe.
I didn't hear it come through. But if you did it, all right, cool.
This is you.
Oh.
It's not.
That would explain why.
That does check out. Yeah.
Not that big of a deal, Mel. I'm just fine, honest. All right.
Thanks. I wanted to forget everything. I wanted to forget about my involvement, about the horrible things I caused to happen. But whenever I lay down to go to sleep, I heard her screams, Morgana's animalistic howls. I saw her cottage, blood spattered everywhere. I felt her severed arm, still warm in my hands. That day on, what sleep I got was hardly restful. Nellie probably didn't notice anything through her feverish haze. But I'm willing to bet I looked like hell. Praying time would cause the memory to fade. I started looking for doctors again. Instead of clinging to a miracle, I would try to have Nellie's sickness cured the way normal people did. At some point, though, all the money I'd been given started running low. If I thought about it for 2 seconds, I would have seen it coming. I hadn't exactly been frugal with my attempts to find a cure for Nellie, nor had I been especially concerned about the money before she fell ill. I was so used to living like an aristocrat, and I hadn't succeeded in breaking those old habits. Which left me with only one thing I could do for Nellie, be with her day in and day out. Every day that passed, I lost a little more hope. If I couldn't do anything and Nellie died, I would be utterly alone. And that was what scared me more than anything. The nightmares were eating away at me, leaving me with nowhere to run. And if I didn't have someone there with me, I wouldn't have been able to hold myself together. After 3 or so days of me sitting by Nellie's bedside, hardly moving, there's a knock on the door.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun. Who's there? Who is it?
Open the door. Unless you want me to kick it down.
My suspicion was correct. I couldn't think of anyone else who would come visit. But what I didn't know was why he had come back. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Open the door.
Leave me alone, please. I want nothing to do with anything you're doing.
Open door.
No, I'm not letting you in for any reason.
Okay then, I will break it down.
Don't.
Then open the door.
My sister's inside sleeping. I don't need you waking her up.
Yeah, then open it.
What do you need? I did everything you asked me to already.
What happened to his arm?
I threw it. I threw it away.
Fool.
You really think I was gonna keep that? A person's arm.
Mel, what's going on? Do we have a visitor?
Ellie,
Get him some drink.
don't worry about it, Nellie. You get some sleep, all right?
Okay.
Can we go outside? I'd really rather not talk in here.
Fine by me. Sister. Explains why you look so much alike.
What? That's none of your damn business.
You wanted miracle.
Oh, he was in here before. He
Yeah.
didn't know who she was. I got it. Okay.
You wanted the miracle blood to kill your sick sister, did you not? You threw the arm away? Are you interested in getting more blood?
What?
We're taking the witch's blood, turning it into a medicine, and selling it through the church.
Selling it. You're doing business in a house of worship.
No. I suppose we're technically giving it away. But we're asking for tithes, so it's really the same thing. I am not from this land, so to me it looks no different than a business. But the people here, they see it as charity. The Lord says if you assist us, He'll provide you with the medicine we're making.
But Lord, why would the Lord be?
Hell if I know. I'm just the messenger. Do not shoot me.
Yeah, look, dude, I just work here.
Because it seems funny.
It probably does.
So, will you help us?
You're gonna make me get my hands dirty for you again. I can't. Not again.
Oh, alright. I forgot to mention one tiny detail. If you don't help us, we kill you.
Right. That's probably
You don't have a choice this time. I was really here just asking on a formality.
yeah, it's
You know about the miracle blood, which means we cannot let you go
yeah,
on
you're a
the
loose end. If you're
Yeah.
not with us, you're a liability.
If you say no, I have permission from the Lord to kill you on the spot. So,
Well, it's
might
good
want
of you to say
yes.
that. Yeah, that's nice. You didn't have to tell us that.
Yeah.
You could have just said, "You're sure? No? Okay." Swoop.
I was hoping you'd say no.
Why? Yeah, like you're 6 of one, half a dozen of the other for him. I feel.
So, will you help us? Or will you die here?
Damn it. It's the right thing for me to do then. Should I have fought back and died? I think so. Should I have tried to run? Should I have taken my own life? Not sure how that helps. I'm sure you've heard enough to know by now that I'm a weakling, a pushover. I didn't have the spine to do anything but agree to meet with the Lord. He told me about the mansion. He gave me one of a set of 3 keys. This just seems ill-advised, but I guess you have to get him on board because he knows.
I would have
Whatever.
just killed him.
I don't know if I do. I don't know. Yeah. But, like, what damage can you... I don't know.
You know, they say about secrets, you know, the more who keep them.
Yeah, for sure. But that I just don't...
I mean, it's precisely
His
because I
kid's
didn't
screwed.
kill them.
Like, his kids...
Right.
You're right. I mean, you're not wrong. I just, like, leave them off alone in their own to die. Like, they can't afford the medicine on their own. They're not going to be... Like, he's screwed. This kid's not got... Like, just leave him be.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly to get rid of the key. But with that man's shadow constantly hanging over me, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Not when I could be the next one to end up losing a limb or 2. There was no way I could have disobeyed them.
And yet here we are.
And that's everything that happened 6 months ago. Every day since I arrived here, I brought Morgana breakfast and supper. She doesn't say anything, but I saw it in her eyes the first time I stepped through the door. How could you do that to me?
I mean, yeah, wouldn't you?
Real shit? Yeah. I've never looked her in the eyes since. Because I'm too afraid of what I might see in them. That is how I ended up here.
God, Mel.
You're a monster. No, I mean, it's, I don't know. He's a fucking child, too, so getting too shitty on him doesn't seem fair. So he was threatened?
Well, he's 19, isn't he?
Now.
Yeah,
Is
now.
he? Oh, wow, really?
I think so. Either
Okay.
17. He's definitely
He
a teenager.
looks like he's, like, I would have guessed like 15, 16 tops.
Yeah, because remember, Morgana was 16. Maybe 16 or 17. Because
You might be right though.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. That's yeah.
still young.
Life or death stakes at that age doesn't
Yeah.
seem fair. It's, yeah. He didn't actually want to cause Morgana harm. He still sucks.
Yeah.
It doesn't excuse
I don't
what
take
he's,
that back.
it doesn't excuse what he's done.
See, what did I tell you? I'm not at all the brother you thought I was. Mock me, ridicule me, call me a worthless, a coward, a terrible person. Go on, what are you waiting for?
But you were threatened, Mel. He said he would hurt me, hurt you. That's the only reason you went along with him. You do anything wrong, dearest Mel.
Wouldn't go that far.
The other man is the bad guy, not you.
Closer to the mark.
Yeah, his face is like.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure it's like I don't know how productive it is to dig in on it at this moment. Get him back in the right direction, and then start to have that conversation.
You did the best you could. You didn't have a choice. Terrible man forced you to do everything.
Allie.
You didn't do anything wrong, dearest Mel.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Didn't do anything wrong. I had no other choice.
That's not. All you're doing is.
Right. Well, I mean, it wasn't a good choice, but you had other choices. They sucked.
Mustn't come.
What was I supposed to do then?
Don't be mean to my Mel. Did you really do the best you could? Did you, even once, try to do something about the situation, as hopeless as it may have seemed? Could you not even conceive of any other options? Could you not have come up with something else to say at Morgana's house? Something that might have given her even the slightest clue that she was in danger.
Right.
When she opened the door, did you do anything? Did you even so much as attempt to stop him?
My legs are shaking so bad. I couldn't move. There was no way I could have stopped him.
And at the very least, you shouldn't have fled. You should have stayed and told her the truth. That you weren't there willingly, and maybe she wouldn't have felt so utterly.
But he was there. You think I could have actually stayed there with him? Not a chance. And it's not like Morgana would have.
She opened the door because she trusted. Isn't the easy. But she was opening up to you.
Literally.
Yeah. And what did you do with that trust? Stop it, please. You made your point. Not all Mel's fault either. If anything, he's a victim here. He's just trying to protect me.
I think that's kind of fair.
Listening to anything he said, Ellie, you were not Mel's first priority. He did what he did for his own sake.
Right.
Oh, I mean...
Well, what did you expect me to do? Full courage I don't have out of thin air. What's so wrong with self-preservation? There was nothing I could have done to stop him. I'd love to see you try and do any better. And maybe you'll understand how scared I was, how little I could have done. You never know. Must be nice to be an outsider. Talk about my experiences like you know anything. Analyze my decisions. Go on about what I should have done. You don't have a damn clue how terrifying it all was. How I felt having to go through it. Imagine if you had, like, I don't know, lost an arm or something.
Notice he's always clutching his arm too. That's interesting.
It would. I have no doubt that was a very traumatic experience.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, bud, you are a victim here, not the victim.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sure would be the courageous thing to do to sacrifice your life for somebody else. But you know what? People like that only exist in stories. Empirically false. Except you don't actually understand that. You just want to give me crap for not being perfect.
Do you want? Is that all you want?
I mean,
If I tell you I feel bad for you, oh, how hard it must have been, will that satisfy you? Do you not want to know what you can do now?
That's what's called the bare fucking minimum. What's even left to do? Nothing I do is gonna make her situation any better. Won't make her arm come back.
All is not yet lost. Open your eyes. Take a good long look. Think about what you can.
Talking about the man.
Stop sitting on your hands, telling yourself it's too late. There's still time to make a difference. You just have to commit to act. Don't think you're an especially bad or cowardly. I think you're an ordinary young man. It might sound like I'm telling you to do the impossible.
I want you to take a look at yourself.
But
and
soon,
make a change.
the time will come when you must make your choice. When you must stand up and take some responsibility for what you've done. No one's childhood lasts forever. The good days are long behind you, before you even realize they passed. When faced with the consequences of your actions, you should not have turned and run, but held yourself accountable. It is, perhaps, a disproportionately larger burden for you to bear, but it's fast approaching, and you need to make a decision. Find your courage. Morgana. Mel.
Oh,
But even if I opened the door for her, it's too little too late. She'll never forgive me after.
Is her forgiveness the reason you should act?
Right, dingus.
No, it's penance for what you've done to her. Atonement for your sins. Whether she forgives you or not is beside the point. The question on the table right now is whether you're going to do the right thing.
It's not about you! And what about her blood?
What about her blood?
It's probably hers, I think, is the point. Without Saint's blood, Nellie won't.
you don't need to worry about me, dearest Mel. Life isn't so important that I'd want to take someone else's away to keep it. I'll think about what I can do to help too. Partially my fault after all. Mel, let the Saintess.
I don't feel like she should be taking blame too much.
Your quiet life is built on a foundation of lies. And I know that by now you've realized there's no real value in a life like that. You wanted to do something about this. You sought salvation.
Salvation. But who would give it to me?
Told you I would,
But why?
because I promised you.
And you expect me to believe that?
Yes.
Solid argumentation. Hard to refute.
If you choose to sit here and wallow in your regret, there's no going back. Now is your only chance to. Mel.
to set her free.
Dearest Mel.
I knew all along that was what I needed to do. But I could never bring myself to act on it. There's no way I could accomplish anything alone. I'm basically helpless on my own. Everything about this is so completely outside anything I've ever had to deal with before. So I had no way of having any idea what I was supposed to do about it. God can be pretty cruel. How would he force a boy like me to make such a difficult choice?
Yes, can be. You were made to be part of a more normal, less tumultuous. Come too far to go back to that. But the least you can do is change the world you're in now.
Yeah. I doubt I need to remind you, but, you can't get in with only my key.
I know, the other two are coming. I got
You need all three, and the other two, they don't feel an ounce of remorse. Taking their keys won't be easy.
what you said the last time. Then they were the easiest ones to get keys from.
They were. It took like a second to get the beast key.
Easy or
You're
not.
the only one who made us bleed.
Right? Easy or not, we have. And I'm sure there's a way. Must be.
Just so we're clear, you're not going to overpower them.
I mean, look at you.
Clear, soft boy. The guy with the sword's much stronger than you. He knows how to use a blade. And he's the Lord's bodyguard, so you're not getting near the Lord either. Even the two of us together wouldn't stand a chance against him. You seem pretty weak from the looks of you. Who knows? Maybe I am stronger than you.
God, do I?
I feel like you probably could. Deep breaths, Michelle. Deep breaths. He's grown, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the violence against minor bar is in the medieval age.
Must be some way we can get their keys. I know they both have people they're close to.
People they're close to.
We can talk about that later. Now that you've made your decision, talking with me isn't top priority, is it?
What?
Mel.
Nellie. Sorry for involving you in all this. And I'm really sorry for being, what I am. I'm no prince, that's for sure.
Well, you were my prince, though, dearest Mel. Did your best. Brother, I wanted you to be.
Honestly, I adored the way you fawned over me. That affection just felt so good.
Huh?
Made me feel like I was special, important. Having someone to care for, to pamper, was empowering. That's the kind of guy your brother is. Someone else, some other girl were to show up and call me her prince, say she loved me. I would probably try and act like a prince for her, too.
And you did.
Easy mark, yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because all this, it's been so hard on me, such a huge weight on my shoulders, that every so often I would think, just how much easier would it be if I could just get rid of her?
I mean, look, I've been on
Ooh.
your side this whole time, Mel, but...
Now? Oh, you meant Morgana. Right. Got it. Okay.
Okay.
I felt like there would have been a stronger response. I misread that,
Right.
clearly.
I did too.
Yeah. Okay, fuck you, Mel. Yeah. If Morgana was just a regular girl, not a saint or a witch or any of that, just a pretty girl about my age, she might have been the one getting all my attention instead of you.
I mean, it kind of seemed like she was starting to.
Yeah. That's who I am.
That's not you, dearest Mel. You're just beating yourself up. Maybe you would have chosen her over me, but that wouldn't make you any less of a kind man.
How can you say that after everything I just told you?
Because, Mel,
Tell me how despicable I am, Ellie. I'm not the brother you once adored anymore, am I? It's just fishing for compliments.
You're not what I thought you were, but you're still my one and only brother. That will never change, no matter what kind of person you become. It was wrong of me to try to make you into my prince, Mel. I should have done my job as your one and only sister in the whole wide world, in order to help you as much as you helped me. I kept pushing my fairy tale fantasies on you. You did your best to live up to them, and I ended up forcing you to pretend to be someone you're not.
That's not true, Nellie. I enjoyed feeling idolized.
But you knew it couldn't last forever, didn't you? Should have been beside you, not looking up at you. I let you coddle me. I let myself indulge in your love. I thought everything would be alright as long as you kept telling me how adorable I was. They were like magic words to me. I kept my eyes shut. Well, starting today, I'm gonna do my best to be your sister, and not someone who wants to fuck you.
Yeah, right.
I'm all done holding on to your holding you to fairy tale ideals.
Does seem like maybe that was like an exaggeration for the dramatic effect earlier on, or that's a later on life that's not yet, or something.
Yeah. Well, that's what Morgana did. She took this idolization
Oh, okay, that's the curse. Okay.
and made it extreme. Yeah.
I won't make you pretend to be a.
What actually? So, what is interesting to me is Morgana has claimed so far, at least in all of her talking with Michelle, that she is specifically cursing these three men who have wronged her. But
What Nelly do?
in all the cases so far, the women involved in their lives also got fucked by this deal, which is kind of fucked up.
Seems like there's no real good excuse for why Nelly was dragged into this mess. I don't understand, like what Giselle did.
Yeah.
Like
I won't make you pretend to be a prince for me anymore. And I won't try to be
good reason to believe that the nun's involved yet, but I still believe that she is.
Yeah.
I'm holding out.
And I won't try to be your princess either. I'm just gonna be your little sister, which is what I should have done from the get-go. So get back on your feet and stand tall, dearest Mel.
They're like abandoned children. It's complicated.
Yeah,
Shit gets weird.
it does.
I know you'll probably have to pay for what you've done when the Saintess goes free. And I know I'll probably cry about it for days.
Well, you're in jail for months or years. I guess they don't do jail.
But I won't regret making that decision. Jail's kind of like, it's just a hassle. They usually just kill people who kill people.
It's like pillory some folks, maybe. You might get that. I don't know. Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting you to handle this so maturely.
Well, that's why I'm so much more mature than you, Mel.
You're putting your big brother to shame, Nelly.
Mother once told me that girls grow up faster than boys.
She was right about that. Thank you, Nelly, for accepting me, in spite of all the awful things I've done. And for having me as your brother.
You're quite welcome, dearest Mel.
Well, looks like that's one problem solved.
They finally point in their relationship where they belong. Could have come to terms with herself sooner, come to an understanding with him, then maybe she could have reeled in her ideals before she lost control of them.
I don't like her being held responsible for this.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. Yeah, maybe. This Nelly and the other Nelly seem to be of the same essence. They both have a somewhat excessive love for their brothers. And that love expressed itself by transforming him into a prince.
Done the same thing then as she did here, then maybe their tragedy could have been avoided.
This is before then, though.
Yes, just know how time works.
Well, like, since they were able to fix things up in this life, maybe they'll have a positive effect on their next life. Or better yet, we will dodge the whole bit where people are getting cursed into a perpetual hell. This could change the future.
They may share the same souls, but they live completely different. Do you really think something like that would have had an effect on the lives of people hundreds of years from now?
There's no way to be certain, of course. But considering how tightly the two seem to be bound, that it will have no effect. I hope it has some effect.
Oh,
I was there, in the mansion, as it all happened. And I just stood by and watched. I feel so guilty about that. If I'd done something, then maybe it wouldn't have turned out like that. I hate what I was then. What I was until just recently. From the memories left imprinted throughout the mansion, I showed you bits and pieces of their lives. And as I told you their tale, the only thing I contributed was disparaging commentary.
yeah, you were the maid then. You didn't know. I
Right.
feel like you were that critical of.
I absolutely was. It's a tone thing. I don't know. You can't really, yeah, right. I talked about them like they were somehow beneath me.
I mean, yes, you did occasionally offer one or something you showed me beyond the doors, but the fact that you were mostly detached from the events there is what allowed me to get to the core of the characters. If you hadn't been in the position you were, so you could tell me the story the way you did, I would have never been able to talk them into helping. You contributed more than criticism. Your words weren't for nothing. They made this possible.
Makes me feel a lot better hearing that from you.
You'll regret your inaction and make up for it now by taking action here. Have faith that it will bear fruit next life.
I will say I do enjoy,
That checks out.
like, there is of all the characters, like, I really enjoy the growth of Michelle the most. It's like when you first
Yeah.
meet him, he's like just this recluse. He's like, just fuck away from me. Now he's like he's actually kind of heroic here, you know?
Yeah, and like you can see, yeah, just existing in public. There's a whole lot that's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The like concept of talking about courage and what that all means and all this, like, yeah, like responses under trauma and all that is not as terrible as it could be. I will. I wonder if Morgana might have a change of heart too. It's not like Mel wanted to bring her so much pain. He deeply regrets what he did, so maybe she won't bear quite as much resentment from him when she learns that. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. If that was enough to assuage her, then she wouldn't have held on to her hatred for all those hundreds of years. Exactly. Still, though, I hope it does something for her, however small.
As do I.
You guys have been quiet
It's,
for like a while.
Yeah, gotten pretty late. We're gonna go hit the old dusty road since you seem to have been staring into the corner there for the past 15 to 20 seconds. So I'm gonna take Nellie back to the cottage.
Okay.
If you have some secret plan to get the other two keys, could you fill me in it tomorrow?
Sure.
Also, I could get you another room if you wanted. This one isn't the nicest.
No. Fine. I've come to realize I'm more at home in less comfortable environments.
Michelle, Am I just imagining it, or was that as depressing as it sounded?
Ah, then I got my point across. That's not quite what I was going for.
Well, anyway, if you're fine with it, suit yourself. Weirdo. Say, I've got one huge lingering question, if you wouldn't mind enlightening me.
Yes.
Why would you go to such lengths for me? It's not for you. You seem to know Morgana, so I can understand why you would be fighting for her. But me, I had a part in putting her in that tower. You have every reason to hate me, so why would you want to help me?
If this was all it took for me to hate something, I would curse every last man and woman in the world. I bear no animosity for you. I simply just don't care about you. And even if I did, you've committed to take action.
That doesn't explain why you were so concerned about us. It almost seemed like you actually cared about me and Melly. But we're complete strangers. We just met today.
Because some part of me couldn't think of you.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's right. When he came by this afternoon to talk, he didn't feel like a stranger to me either. It was weird, like he'd known me my whole life. So I made him into my second brother.
Your second brother.
Yeah, I'm a princess. I can do that.
It's true.
You're more than welcome to change the order, Nelly. I can be number one. He can be number two.
He does too. Not the time show. I wish I could join in and be big sister number one.
All right, so the old joking's coming back in now. All the trauma's done.
I have to think about it. After all that, you might be number one material.
Whoa. Why is that even up for consideration? I was brother first. I am the first brother,
Ah, yes.
objectively.
Everything's fine now. Let's forget about the woman in the tower who's going to die.
Pretend that this is all good.
Yeah, I'm just kidding there, Ismail.
Oh. I'm still kind of confused. But anyway, I'm glad someone like you showed up. I've actually been praying every night for God to send someone who can get me out of this.
No.
I've heard. I really am useless all on my own. Constantly looking for someone to help me. Unable to do anything by myself.
Mel, you've got to grow some confidence.
And trust me, I realize how pathetic that is. Now you must have had a pretty good life to be able to be so proactive in the face of adversity.
Oh, yeah, my life is just peachy.
You're gonna get decked. Like, pow. They had everyone's respect. Helped the people in need, had plenty of friends who had your back. Bam! And weren't tossed out by your family like I was.
Yes, Mel, you're right.
In the throat. You must have been incredibly blessed. I'm jealous, really. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. I know. Well, I should be going. See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Night, Michelle.
It's
Brother
shoe
number
weather.
2.
Right.
Michelle. He wasn't trying to be.
Yes, I thought rather funny. And because I've been blessed. Because I've got nothing left to lose. I fight for Morgana because I understand what it's like to be tortured day after.
Why didn't you tell him? I don't
don't-
understand. Why didn't you? Why? What?
Having experienced
It's not an easy thing to say or whatever.
Yeah.
but,
having experienced the loss of my siblings, I didn't want the two of them to go through the same thing. If anything, it's Those two have lost the most that are most likely to take it. It's those who have lost the most that are most likely to take action.
Not sure if you realized it or not, Michelle.
Hmm?
But you've gotten to be a great deal more expressive since arriving in this era.
That's funny. I just mentioned that.
You did? Nailed it. I can't see your face, but I can hear it in your voice and I feel it in your presence. So I'm sure it's showing there too. Making all sorts of faces I've never seen before. Some of the things you lost, you seem to be getting back. So you can't say you've got nothing left to lose anymore. Promise me you'll let me see all these new faces for myself someday.
I will. I promise. If we can manage to destroy the mansion, that should release you from its darkness and allow us
Not.
to see each other once again.
I'll
And
just
I'm-
go find a mirror.
Right?
I trust you. I have faith we can do this.
Wait. But with the mansion's destruction, both our souls should be returned. Which would mean erased from it.
What?
Just thought, sensed you grimacing.
No, just, wow, you felt that?
What's the matter?
Sorry, I didn't want to bring down the mood. It's just, well, I know this is asking for the moon, but I was just thinking it would be nice if you had a life you could go back to. Yeah, I mean, here you are, expressive as you've ever been, walking around outside, being around other people, talking to them, after all this time in the mansion, and without a life of your own to go back to. Rude. I'm sorry. I just, after seeing behind your door, and learning how cruel and inhumane life was to you, I feel like the world could stand to do something good to make up for it.
Done all the good. I have someone who cares enough to lament my fate. What more could I ask for?
Michelle.
Thank you, Giselle. One who's asking for the moon either. Wish I could have a life with you as the person I am now. That, knowing I have no future, feels worse now than ever before.
Alrighty, that's enough moping around for one night. We should start planning for tomorrow. Things are definitely looking up. It only took one day to get Mel on our side. So let's keep it up and win over the other two.
I would certainly like to, yes.
Where did all that confidence go?
The other two won't be nearly as easy to convince as Mel. I'm not
You
even
just stick them.
I'm not even sure if we'll be able to talk them into helping.
We do have a pretty good idea of who the swordsman's in this for, though. The nun. So maybe we can get to him through her, like we did today with Nellie and Mel.
Maybe. Alright, we'll start by approaching her tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
The Lord, though, him I'm not so sure about. I'm assuming he's from behind the third door. We didn't run into anyone he was close with today. And in Morgana's telling of the events of the Harvest Festival, she only mentioned 5 people.
Let's see. The Lord, the swordsman, Mel, Nellie, and the nun?
There's one person unaccounted for.
We just haven't run into them yet, that's all. He's the man from the third door. If he's the man from the third door, I can't imagine. She won't be here, too.
Who's losing their confidence now? In any event, tomorrow we should talk to the nun. I only hope it goes as well as it did today.
You've got me. You don't have anything to worry about. Semicolon. Get the fuck out of here. All things considered, you might not even need me.
I wouldn't say that.
You handled Mel pretty amazingly, though. I'm not gonna lie, my heart was pounding the whole time. I was afraid you were going to slip up and say something boneheaded. But you managed to keep it together, and I didn't have to come to the rescue.
Well,
I could make a book of quotes out of your performance today.
oh, for the love of God, please don't.
So I'm not concerned at all. Say whatever you think is the right thing to say. I'm more than happy to sit back and watch.
The more you pile on the expectations, the more afraid it makes me going to trip up. Besides,
Hmm?
I think I could have done any of that without.
Why not?
Well, my life was hardly as pride worthy as else seemed, so I didn't really feel like I had the right to talk to him. But knowing you were there, urging me on, was what allowed me to vision. So, thank you.
No thanks necessary. But if you say so, then you're more than welcome. I'm glad I could be of assistance, if just a little.
That you were.
Now, let's keep this momentum up tomorrow. It's getting a bit late though, so you should probably get some sleep. What is it?
I
don't want to close my eyes. What? Why not?
somewhat childish.
Because I missed you, babe. Aw, are you sad you won't be able to hear my voice? Are you lonely, you poor, poor dear? Oh, slick. What? That's the last thing I expected you to admit to. Okay, well, do you want to stay up and talk for a little longer then? Not too long, though. You need to rest up for tomorrow. And who knows? Maybe I'll show up in your dreams if you wish hard enough. Does that wait? Hang on.
The fact that I'm even able to talk with Dell right now is a miracle and a blessing. So, is it avarice for me to yearn for more? No, I've already been great bounty. I want to see her face as much as she wants to see mine. She's infinitely more expressive than me, and I want a good long look at all those many expressions up close. I want more than her voice. I want her whole body. I want to feel her warmth. In this era, I have all 5 of my senses in full working order, as I did when I was alive. Giselle, though, doesn't. She remains dead. As lively as she may be now, the one thing she did not get back. That's the one thing she did not get back. I truly wish she could have been here too. She would have certainly found more joy in her renewed life than me. She certainly belongs under the sun far more than she, rather than me, was the one left behind in that darkness, a fact that frustrates me immensely. In life, I would have considered her remark about seeing her my silly and now, I very much hope that it.
I mean, she's like in your head, right?
Yeah, right?
Let's work this out.
2 days
Dun dun.
in the criminal justice.
Executive producer, Dick Wolf.
Gotta be Giselle.
Wake up. Come on. Wake up, please.
Wake me up inside.
Come on. Up with you.
Oh. No,
Oh.
it was Mel.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sorry, I had a frog in my throat.
You had a weird look on your face while I was trying to wake you up. You were out so good, I was scared you might be dead for a minute. Good morning. How are you feeling? Coffee. What, huh? Why are you looking at me like I just kicked your cat?
You know what? Pleasant it is to be woken a woman than a boy.
That's fun. See, so like I think we did right.
Yeah.
Putting Giselle's voice in there. That's who he was thinking was waking him up. That's the thanks I get for waking you up. Or did I interrupt a nice dream? I did, didn't I? I bet it was a dirty dream, too. You definitely seem like a mind in the gutter kind of guy. That's not a denial. Whoa, let's not be hasty now. You said you were gonna help me out. That doesn't sound very helpful.
And the worst part is how similar his wake-up call was to Giselle. I'm just kidding. And you know, I can get up on my own.
Fair enough, I guess. Now, put yourself in my shoes for a sec. A sec. I came in and you were still a corpse. As still as a corpse. It startled me enough that I took your pulse.
He touched
What are
me.
you, a doctor?
Like,
Yeah, that's not okay, by the way. It was faint, but it was there.
That's wonderful news.
Don't fucking touch me. They're handing out breakfast in the dining hall. It's the breakfast hall. You can go get a plate yourself if you want. It's just some bread and wine, though.
Dining hall.
Rough way to start the day, honestly. There's quite the crowd. All the people here helping with festival prep. So you should probably hurry if you want to get some.
Hold on. My mind's still. First off, I thought you said the church wasn't offering boarding at the moment. So why a dining hall?
Ah, right. It's not, but they do still offer breakfast. For free, of course.
I see. Now, what do you mean by festival prep?
Like preparation for the festival. As I mentioned yesterday, the Heart of the Harvest Festival is here at the church, but it's a citywide event. There are all sorts of supplies that need to be purchased, decorations made and put up, that sort of thing. So we got volunteers from the city here to help.
See.
I believe that today they're supposed to be putting up decorations outside the chapel, so the courtyard should be a bustle.
The courtyard.
Yeah, less court, more yard, really. Get out. Get out. We passed through it on our way here yesterday.
Oh, right. I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, it's like an opening in the middle of a building, but it's like outside. So, as long as I'm here, I don't have much choice but to help with prep. I'd honestly rather set Morgana free right now.
What a fucking, if I have to deal with doing prep work or setting a girl free in the tower.
I've got so many carrots to chop. But the other two are bound to find out if either of us do anything too conspicuous. So for now, I should stick to my routine, at least where people can see me.
That would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Anyway, let me know when you're planning on doing anything. If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
Let you know.
Okay, well, I should get going. See you later, I guess.
Mel, do you know where I can find the nun?
She should be in the dining hall.
Thank you. And the other two men?
The Lord and his bodyguard. They're only around early mornings and nights, so I doubt either of them are here right now.
Why only then?
Vampires. That's when we go up into the tower. Now, even if they were on the property, you wouldn't be able to just walk up and talk to them. Especially not the Lord. Also, I don't keep track of where they go or what they do. Sorry. I don't really want to know what they're up to. So I've kept my distance.
Understandable. Thank you anyway.
See you later.
He's holding it together for all.
Finally resolving to do something about Morgana took a big weight off his shoulders, I'd guess.
Oh, no.
What's up? Morning, Michelle.
Morning. A bit soon to be feeling relieved, I think. Still work to be done before Mel can face Morgana.
That first step is still a big one, though, at least for him.
Suppose.
Anyway, sounds like the Lord is going to be difficult to make contact with, which is what I was afraid of.
Only opportunities are when he's here to feed Morgana.
Mel did say he didn't keep close tabs on the two of them, so there might be more than just that. First priority is getting you fed, though. So, off to the dining hall we go. Giselle, there's someone being imprisoned.
Out of curiosity, did you sleep at all?
I don't, I haven't been sleepy once since I became the maid.
Or you stayed all
Ugh.
night just looking at me through my mind's eye?
Well, I mean, like your eyes were closed, probably. Oof. But I'm used to it, so don't worry about me.
You said you see what I'm seeing there in the darkness, didn't you?
Oh, God. That's what it looks like, at least.
Means when my eyes are closed, yeah. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have. After all,
I know what you're thinking, Michelle. And no, you're wrong. You need your sleep. You won't have the energy to do anything if you don't keep yourself well rested and nourished.
you're right. We should get going.
But to the dining hall. Remember, people, eat regularly.
I make my way
And
to the
drink water.
I make my way through the hall to the room with the fireplace, the area I used as the living room, and the area currently serving as the dining hall. Sitting in the center of the room is a long table lined with bread and wine. Standing behind the table and handing out food to the long line of people is the nun. This being a church, no one is speaking especially loudly, but there's still an indistinct buzz hanging in the air as dozens of people whisper back and forth. The majority of people in the room look poor, like they genuinely need the assistance, but there are a handful of those who look more than well off.
That's a lot more people than I was expecting.
They don't turn anyone away, which, as I recall from Morgana's account, nearly drained the church of everything it had.
I don't seem to be for want of supplies at the moment, though. Huh. I assume that's thanks to the Lord's patronage.
Most likely, yes.
In any event, I doubt we're getting anywhere near her in the mornings. She looks like she's got her hands full.
Doesn't change the fact that we need to speak with her. I'm going to try to squeeze past the crowd.
What? Michelle, wait a sec. Hey now, no cutting in line, young man. We've been waiting since dawn.
Please let me through. I have business with a nun.
I ain't letting you through just because you told me to.
This is important.
Nailed it. No more important than any of our business. Our lives depend on this food. So get your tail to the back of the line. Here we go. Was this me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Southern
Do
Belle.
you remember? Okay. What seems to be the trouble?
Could I ask for a moment of your time? I need to speak with you.
Well, as you can see, I'm a bit occupied.
I won't take much of your time, I promise. But it's very important you...
Give it a rest already, young man. Can't you see she ain't interested? Give me a hand getting this guy out of here, fellas.
What? Wait.
Just don't get rough, okay?
How saintly of you.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, you do you, but please.
And she looks smug about it.
Yeah, like, oh, how nice. Free security. Of course, Arsenis. Pick it up, young man. You need some time outside to cool off.
Stop! Watch the hair!
Watch the hair. Fucking Ron Burgundy.
That went extraordinarily well.
No, Michelle. Sometimes I can't decide whether you're calculated or reckless.
Now I realize I never got that bread.
Gotta get that bread. we should try and wait. We should wait and try to talk to the nun when she's not so busy. She has to have some free time during the day.
You're right.
I imagine it'll be a little tougher now that you've gotten thrown the fuck out
Yeah.
for cutting in line. You dingus. What do you say we take a look around the mansion while we're waiting? Who knows? Maybe we'll run into somebody else.
All right.
Don't let it get to you.
As Mel had said it would be, the mansion was packed compared to yesterday. Most everyone I saw appeared to be excited for the upcoming harvest festival. A number of them even greeted me as we passed in the halls. They were so nonchalant about it, I wasn't quite sure how to act. I was amazed that anyone, let alone multiple people, would treat me so normally, considering how far from normal I looked. There were a few surprised looks, of course, but no one called me a demon or an angel based solely on my appearance. Perhaps they were just used to seeing people of all different colors around the city, so they had an easier time accepting the way I looked. No matter the reason, though, it was quite nice being treated normal.
Down nod.
After
That's the proper response.
Yeah. After meandering through the mansion for a while, I make my way to the chapel. Despite knowing I have no way into the tower, part of me still wants to be near it. So I head around to the back side of the podium where the stained glass window towers over me.
Tower windows over me.
Same as I remember.
Just like I've always loved this window. Makes me feel like I've got an angel watching over me.
Sometimes I feel like... Had I been given a different name, maybe I would feel the same. That said, I don't dislike it as much as I used to.
I'm glad to hear it. It's a technically impressive window, particularly for one to last that long.
Yeah. Off to the side at the very back of the room is the door leading to the observation tower. Chained shut. No surprise. The lock is the same one I saw back at the mansion. But the chains are regular chains. They're not glowing with that awful black light. Simply dull and gray.
Only I had an axe, and we could chop the door right down.
I don't think an axe would help.
Here's Giselle.
If it were wood, maybe, but this is a metal door, Giselle, and rather heavy at that.
You never know. Hit it enough, and anything will break eventually. We have 3 days.
We'd been in chains ourselves long before we made it through this door. I'm going to assume this is the nun.
That seems safe, yeah. What are you doing there? Ah.
No. Oh.
Nope. It's him.
I was under the impression you and the Lord were only around mornings and nights.
Why would you say that?
And why would you know that?
Exactly.
Oops.
Why are you here? Not a suspicious response at all. A totally normal thing for someone to say outside of the door in which you are imprisoning a child.
Who are you?
He's getting suspicious, Michelle. No, he is suspicious.
I'll take care of it. I'm a friend of Mel's.
Sure, yeah, drag him down too.
A friend of his. Does that surprise you? Never once have I seen a friend of his before. He has plenty of friends, I'm sure. No one has had an opportunity to pay him a visit, that's all.
Then go to another school. You wouldn't know that.
Like, I picture him doing the squinty eyes like the Fry meme.
Yeah, the Fry meme, yeah. X to doubt.
Never mind the boy's social dealings. Was he the one who told you my schedule? Did I work for the Lord? Careful about what I say here. I'm gonna start getting suspicious.
Say the nun did.
I asked him. Asked him what? I heard some talk around town saying the Lord was seen coming in and out of the estate on more than one occasion. Naturally, that caught my attention. A lowly peasant like myself almost never has the opportunity to cross paths with a lord.
Okay.
So, hearing he was
Okay.
a regular visitor here, I was hoping to have the honor of catching a glance at him.
You get back around to it. That's maybe not so bad.
When I asked Mel about the lord, he mentioned he had a bodyguard, which had me wondering what kind of person would someone so distinguished entrust his life to. Dig around too much and you're liable to end up in the ground yourself.
That's fucking metal. He sucks, but that's a good line.
So he told you I was the lord's bodyguard. Was he not supposed to, for some reason? No. It's true. I am his bodyguard. Question is, how did you know it was me?
You got a sword?
It wasn't difficult. You do rather stand out from the crowd. From Mel's description, I was able to recognize you almost immediately.
You have a sword.
And also, he is typically Asian.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If our roles were reversed, you would have similarly little trouble identifying me from a short description, I'm sure.
Fair.
Only thing distinct about me is my race.
The sword.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Nobody else is gonna have one.
Where do you come from, if I may ask? Beyond the Silk Road. From the east, then? What country? Is that any of your concern?
Just making conversation.
No, I'm just curious. Why is your hair white?
Mhm.
Why are your eyes red? They're naturally that color. Is that so? Nature can be quite the ball and chain.
Is it just me, or does it sound like he's sympathizing with you?
Hey, honestly, I'm still having trouble reading him. He is very closed off.
Either way, it sounds like he bought your explanation.
Oh, it does. Leaf. Now, what business do you have with
Yeah.
this door?
Ah, right.
Door was not my objective.
A normal thing to say.
I came to look at the stained glass window. I happened to notice a door with an unusual lock off to the side, so I got curious and went to look at it up close. I'm a fan of locks, what can I say?
Well, I mean, you lock a door. I'm curious, too.
Yeah.
But...
The area behind the pulpit is off limits. I was unaware. Maybe I'll have to put ropes up then.
A sign.
Why is it off limits, though? Is
Employees
that
only.
any of your concerns?
Hmm.
Well, no, but the way you're talking about it has piqued my curiosity.
Right.
Do you not know how to keep your nose out of places it doesn't belong?
Apparently not.
Get out of here, and do not come back. You wish. Hold on. Yes? Your name. Michelle. Michelle. Almost the same as the angel there. As I was named after him, which is why I wanted to look at it. See. What an unfortunate
Really does sell it.
name. I despise it.
Oh.
May I ask what yours is? I have none. You don't
Bullshit.
have what do you Oh, never mind. Farewell, Mr. No Name.
Fucking weirdo.
Fucking Reddit mod.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. That was scary. He does not want anyone getting near that door, huh? I thought he was gonna pull his sword on you.
I wonder, would I die if he tried to kill me?
There aren't many people who could get away from a blade like that, especially in his hands, unharmed.
Probably. Having already died once, the idea of doing so again feels wrong somehow.
I couldn't imagine why. Yeah. You managed to talk him down, though.
Like, yeah, I died, not an experience I would recommend you do it twice.
Yeah, nobody should do that twice. I'm surprised. You're quite the accomplished liar, Michelle.
I mean, I didn't lie. I just kind of meandered around the truth. Is is that so?
It's hard to believe that the same awkward, stuttering Michelle I know and love.
Am I really that much of a bumbling fool normally?
Yeah. I was wondering what he was doing back there, though. Or I wonder what he was doing back. It's well past dawn.
Much, presumably. With as many people as are roaming about, he's probably worried about people like me getting near the door. I doubt he plans on spending much time anywhere else until it's over.
Well, that's good. And with him on guard, we've got pretty much no access to the door. But he is around and accessible. I sure hope we can talk him over to our side.
I don't know how you talk him over in the
No.
like. You just have to convince him what he's doing is not worth it.
Yeah, like that. I don't know, yeah.
Mel never was an enthusiastic accomplice. His guilt is what allowed us to win him over and confess everything. On the other hand, he's not forthcoming.
All depends on how deep his ties to the nun are. Presumably, she's the reason he's involved.
That said,
Huh?
we managed to communicate with.
Are you still sore that I called you awkward?
No, I don't mean me. I mean him.
What? Oh.
He was far from rational or coherent when he was living with you attention.
You're right. He does seem like a completely different person here. Losing his memory in in the shipwreck was probably was probably what triggered his transformation into the beast. So I guess that this must be what he was like before that.
Cold and calculated.
Hmm.
When he carries what he carries inside him is no different now. Simply able to hold himself in equilibrium. He's keeping a balance between his rational human side, violent.
He does somewhat remind me of Bestia during his short period of calm.
That or the glimpse we got of him on the ship while he was a merchant. I would say that's probably closer to.
Huh? The ship?
He didn't get that was something we saw without her. Not what? You were the one who showed me the memory.
The painting.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
I have no recollection of that. Oh yeah, you also mentioned seeing another woman's memories behind the second door, didn't you? From outside the mansion?
You didn't see them though.
All I'm aware of is what took place within the mansion, as well as whatever Morgana felt like telling me.
Resonate.
The Jacopo stuff. What?
Nothing. Morgana mentioned something about me resonate. Be able to capable of. Because of what it allowed me to see, it's all but impossible for me to ignore the plight of these people. Anyway, the point is, however rational he may appear, we mustn't forget that is not the whole picture. He is as much a killer in this life as he was in the next. Man of many faces. The gentleman he was around his lover, the brutal, merciless man, and the beast that lurks beneath it all. Everyone acts differently to who they're around, but there's something unsettling about it. You wonder what he meant.
As I recall, he was from somewhere far, far away in the second door.
I believe
And he looks Asian here too, so he may be from the same country.
in the story from the future, his name was Yukimasa, but it might be different here. He said he crossed a Silk Road to the eastern end of the continent, presumably.
Beyond the end of it.
Wonder if he has the same name or not.
It was an unusual name. No, what was it?
Yukimasa.
Ukulele.
No, that wasn't it. It was Eucalyptus.
Jesus Christ. That's
Feeling we're both wrong, and that I'm farther off than her. Not the kind of name we're used to hearing or saying.
Hopefully we'll be able to get it out of him.
Hopefully.
Just go with Yuki.
Yeah. But for the time being, we should go looking for the nun. I imagine she doesn't have her hands quite as...
Probably not. To the courtyard we go then.
Much more yard than court.
Deceptive. Wow. The crowd just keeps on growing. Are they all helping with the decoration?
Oh, preparation for the festival, of course.
Ah, I found the nun. She's over there. She's got a bunch of people around her, though. What should we do? Start a fire.
I'll force my way.
I'm telling you, Michelle. How about plan B this time? Start a fire.
This is either got to be Mel or Nelly.
Michelle. It's probably Nelly. Are you all right, Michelle? You went down pretty hard.
You're such a weakling, dearest Michelle. I don't weigh that much.
Screamed at him in Mel's voice.
Not enough to knock you over jumping on your back.
You gave me no time to brace myself.
Pish posh. My Mel would have no problem catching me, and then he would have spun me around like a princess at a ball.
Swine brother number 2.
Well, doesn't even begin to describe your experience. Are you sure you should be running around like that? Thought you were in rather poor health.
Amazingly, I'm actually feeling pretty good, and I haven't even had any medicine today. Maybe because I cleared things up with Mel yesterday? I cried my eyes out last night, but I feel better now.
Glad to hear it. They do say health is as much mental as it is physical.
God. He wasn't even sick.
You might keep getting better if you stay positive. Just don't push yourself.
Why, thank you for your concern, my dearest Michelle.
She's taking quite a liking to you. How do you like that? It's nice, isn't it?
I'm more react.
Awkwardly pat her on the head, I think, is the...
Yeah.
Oh, just go along with it. You know you want to. I wish I could be there too. See, there you go. I want to pat that sweet little head of hers.
You think she is a cat? Yeah. Now that she's opened up, though, I will admit she is rather sweet.
Oh, there you are, Nelly. Don't run off like that. You scared me.
It's not my fault you lost sight of me, dearest Mel.
Yeah, I'll try and keep a better eye on you. So, you came to check out the courtyard, Michelle? You know, you really stand out from the crowd, Dick. You're so pale, I could tell it was you from way off in the distance.
Thought you were a corpse. I'm well aware of how conspicuous I am. But everyone's acting so unconcerned, it's honestly kind of disconcerting.
I can't say people don't think you look unusual, but no one's afraid of you or anything. It's not easy looking different from everyone else, is it?
Easy beat. It comes with its disadvantages, yes.
And she would have to deal with that same thing. That's another thing I regret. I wish I could have treated her more like a regular person.
I mean, you treated her more like a person than anybody else in her life so far, it seems.
For a bit, yeah. It does, yeah, low bar, to be fair. But yeah, you're right. I guess I just wasn't mature enough to accept her. He did start getting afraid of her. But...
spent much of your life in a very sheltered environment. So it's only human that you would have difficulty accepting something that didn't fit within the world of your field, your view of the world. It doesn't make you a bad person. Regardless, you did treat her like a regular person. That's the reason she accepted your invitations to go on walks.
I guess. Question. You know what she looks like, right?
I do.
What What did you think the first time you saw it?
Disgusting witch.
I know that's not the most tactful question, but
I thought nothing of it. I think you're lying. I simply saw her as a person. Girl.
I see. Well, what do you know? Looks like I am a bad guy. And you're a right saint.
No, I've just seen much worse.
You know, you kind of remind me of her.
Who?
I mean, you're much more personable than her, but what's the word? It's not just the way you look, but there's something a little different than everyone else about you. Like an aura or something. I'm not sure.
Well, I have been aura maxing, so.
Hmm. Oh, I'm sorry if I've offended you. I'm trying to insult you or anything. I mean, like, yesterday you were talking like a prophet. I'm almost beginning to think that maybe you really did see a vision from God.
Enough with all the grown-up talk already. You lost me ages ago.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
Who cares if Michelle is a saint or a prophet or the archangel himself? Michelle is my second brother. Besides, he doesn't look all that weird to me. The saintess is probably just an ordinary girl, too. I'm big enough now that I won't think badly of her no matter what she looks like.
You are, yeah.
And when she's free and feeling better again, maybe we can get together and bake something. That would be lots of fun. She'll forgive you, I'm sure of it.
Do not hold your breath. You know, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this so loudly in this crowded courtyard. Wouldn't want anyone to overhear us.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. But everyone's so busy prepping for the festival, I'm sure we're fine.
Better safe than sorry, though.
As you say, dearest Mel. So, Michelle, are you here to help with the prep?
No, I was hoping I could find some time to talk with the nun.
With all the people coming and going, she's gonna have her hands full until the festival starts.
Oh, that's
Is it that important that you talk with her?
Yeah, she lives with Nellie. It should be easy to. You may be able to give us information that could assist in acquiring the second key.
The second key.
What do you mean? Why are you acting? You know what the second key
Hello.
is.
Hi. You're not
Oh.
saying she's involved too,
I
are
get it.
you?
By my estimation, she doesn't know anything. She is, however, very much connected to the Swordsman. Much like you acted to help your sister, I believe the nun is his driving force.
Are you serious? I find that hard to believe. I mean, she's such a loving, charitable woman.
And he's him.
A dick. And he's, well, a dick. Savage fruit. A murderer.
Has to be. Have you ever seen the two of them acting particularly close?
Never. She's kind to everyone. I've seen them talking once or twice, sure. But she wasn't acting any differently than she does around anyone else. Certainly didn't seem like they had anything going on. Maybe they're hiding it?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Surely there's something between them.
Would certainly
Pining
presume
from
so.
afar.
Nuns are allowed to be romantically involved, so they could be having secret trysts. A forbidden romance. How exciting!
Actually, I really like Nelly. He's fun to play.
Yeah.
You need to talk with her then. So you need to talk with her then, Michelle? Leave it to me.
Do it?
Well, right now she's showing people how to make the decorations, weaving straw on the crowns and flowers and other things. I know how to make them too. I can take her place teaching for a little.
I appreciate it, but if anyone should be offering to help, it's me.
There's a bunch of them already done, there's a bunch of them already done, like over there, hanging off the tree branches. Can you make those?
Intricate kind.
You'd have to be really good at weaving to make those, let alone teach other people how. You should take her up on her offer.
Right. Your assistance is greatly appreciated, Nell.
You got it. I'll let her know you want to talk. Just hold on tight. And you, dearest Mel, are coming with me. You get to help make decorations.
I'm not good at this stuff, though.
Nope. I said you're coming, and that's all there is to it. With me as your teacher, you'll be a pro in no time.
Yeah. All right, you win. Let's go. Nellie seems to be in good shape, and it doesn't look like last night caused any problems for them. I'm relieved.
Hopefully they can continue down this.
They'll be fine, I'm sure.
Pray that they will be. Now, we should have a little time before the nun is available to talk, so I'd really like to
Is it pretty bright out today?
see through my eyes.
I can, yes. I can see what's going on, just not as clearly as you. Not enough to see how strong the sun is, for example. Are you alright?
I'm fine, I say, but the back of my eyes are starting to hurt. 2 days now, and with hardly a cloud in sight. Oh, okay.
Making her way through it. There you are. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
No worries. I apologize for pulling you away from your duties at such a busy time.
After that little surprise this morning, I figured you must really have something you want to say.
Do something very important, and if possible, I'd like to discuss it with you in private.
Let me guess. You're gonna propose to me? Now, you should know better than that. I am a servant of God the Father. He's the only companion I'm permitted to have.
No, I just want to.
I know, I'm kidding. I just wanted to tease you a bit.
It's gotta be fun as a nun to be able to do that, knowing
Dude, you would have so much. God, you could fuck with people hard. I can't be away for very long, though, alright?
I will do my best to keep it short.
Okay, let's head inside and find a room then.
After you. May I ask you something?
What? Yeah, what is it?
There's something about me that makes people want to tease me.
No, not at all. What would ever give you that idea?
Say so.
Nerd. Alright, you have my undivided attention. Make yourself comfortable and speak whenever you're ready. I am here to help those in need. My ears are at your service. The good, the bad, the ugly. Tell me anything and everything.
Let's spread
If
that
you
gossip.
shut up and let me get a goddamn word. Yeah.
For a nun, you should probably be a little more particular with your conversation talk.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I actually wanted to talk about you, though, rather than myself.
About me?
You or the people you associate with, I suppose. Are you acquaintances with that Asian swordsman?
The Lord's bodyguard? I mean, I know of him, but I can't say I know terribly much about him. What?
I was under the impression you were quite intimate.
Not how to put that.
Michelle! I was under the impression you were quite intimate with him.
Did someone tell you we were?
No, that was just the feeling I had.
You should. Remember, I am a nun. Whatever you think you saw, you were probably imagining.
That's kind of.
Okay, she is. That's
Mm,
happening.
yeah,
They're
that's.
hiding it. And poorly. I'm not allowed to give any man special treatment, let alone be intimate with one.
There's something between you two, though.
What do you mean, something between us?
Michelle, you need to pull back, man. You're pushing a little too
Right.
hard.
What is the goal?
I.
Maybe you should try telling her what we know about him here. His primary motivation is to keep her church running, after all. Do we know that?
Is he not here to keep this church, your church, in operation?
Is he. What? Did he tell you he was?
He did. Still lying.
I mean, indirectly, though. I think we heard him tell us. Anyway. Oh, really?
Well, that's what Morgana said he was doing in her version of the story.
That's right, yeah. He didn't. That's a little. No, that's quite surprising. I hardly ever see him talking to anyone. Are you friends with him?
Perhaps acquaintances would be a better word.
Well, he seems to be a nice enough fella.
You really not close with him at all?
Nope. So if he told you he was trying to protect his church, it would have to be out of sense of gratitude, nothing more. I'm
Gratitude
certainly not.
for.
A while back, he was in a pretty bad place in life, and I gave him some food. That was when I wasn't all the way out here, but at a church in the city.
For other nuns there too, as I recall.
You recall? Right. We also served as an orphanage, so it was us and a ton of children. I've since fallen out of touch with them, though. But as servants of God, it is our responsibility to offer assistance to those in need, which is exactly what I did for him. No special treatment, I just did the right thing. So, whatever you think you saw between us, there's nothing there.
You're, you're Pauline, though, aren't you?
Hmm? No, my name is Marie.
Marie. Can that be? How can she not be her?
Marie? That sounds like a lot like the name we heard behind the third door.
It was Maria.
Yeah, the maid. But I don't think they're the same person.
Sure. No guarantee everyone's name has to be the same, I guess. Melanelli's were though, which made us think they all would be.
That's true.
Subject of assumption. Possible her connection to the swordsman is also a flawed one. Because again, all we have to go on is Melanelli. Although in Morgana's story, pretty sure he had something along I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of doing what he did to keep her church running. Is he not
Yeah,
referring to
okay.
this woman?
I should get back down to the courtyard then. Nellie won't be able to handle everything on her own. It would be great if you could come down and help with the preparations too.
1 second.
Hmm?
There's absolutely nothing going on between you.
You're making it weird. Why can't you just accept the answer I've given you? I don't like being so blunt, but you're really overstepping your bounds. I said there's nothing, and there's nothing.
Hey, if she leaves now, it won't be easy getting another chance to talk to her. Will I be able to get him to tell me his story without having her on my side, though? Will I be able to get his key?
Maybe you can try talking to him with Mel there. The two of you together could convince him to give up his key.
I encountered his shadow in the mansion. He told me that if I had mentioned the key to him in the past, he would have cut my head from shoulders on the spot.
Oh. Then should we try to find the Lord first instead?
I think try to shake her up. Take a leap of faith on there being something between them.
Happy now. I should really be going.
Hold on, just one last thing.
Yeah?
Would it be possible for you to grant me access to the observation?
The tower? Why?
Because the Lord and his bodyguard are keeping someone imprisoned at the top of it.
What?
They've locked up a girl with miracle blood.
It's not very appropriate to joke about things like that.
I'm not joking. The medicine you are handing out, that's real human blood.
What proof do you have?
If you drank it,
The-
you know what
The
blood tastes.
child
Oh yeah.
that's imprisoned up in the tower.
I have someone else who can corroborate my story.
And what proof do you have that they're telling the truth?
When you hear what he has to say, you'll know. But the greatest proof is his key.
Sorry, but there's no way I could believe someone's being imprisoned here. Your claims are an affront not only to the good people who give their time, money, and hard work for the church, but to God himself.
Open
Oh,
the
yeah, she
door
does.
and you can see for yourself.
I can't. I don't have the keys.
Does that not seem the slightest bit unusual to you? Does it not make you think they might be hiding something?
No, because I know what's being kept in the tower.
You know?
The observation tower is the Lord's personal property. He stores his money and valuables there because a church is less likely to be broken into than his manor.
His money?
Wild. Even thieves fear God. So you can understand why he would want to keep his property here.
That actually makes sense, though. If he's
No.
so afraid of thieves, surely he can afford to hire guards.
He doesn't like keeping guards around.
Why not?
There is. Haven't you heard? There have been several failed assassination attempts. The Lord is not a bad man. He can just be rather aggressive in his work, which has a tendency to make a man enemies. Some of whom want to see him dead. And keeping his wealth at hand only increases that risk. Now, are you satisfied?
Insist all you like, but he's not keeping money in the tower. He's got a...
Are you after the Lord's wealth? Is that what this is about?
What?
Again, I don't like being so blunt, but who do you think I'm more likely to believe? The Lord, who's been supporting me in this church, or you, who showed up out of nowhere, demanding me to open the door?
I'm telling the truth. There's a dying girl in that tower.
I'm sorry, and I don't want to do this, but if you keep this up, I'm going to have to call the guards. I really must be going now.
The swordsman, he helped imprison the girl in the tower so he can get the money necessary to keep your church up and running. With your help, we could stop this.
Take some time to cool off. Would it have killed her to be a little more open-minded? I really hope she considers the possibility we're telling the truth, even just a little bit.
Offensive because she trusts the Lord that much, or it's her trust in the swordsman. Or
Because
maybe
she knows something's going on.
simply because she doesn't
doesn't
trust
wanna-
me. I think I'll head back to the courtyard. I need some time to consider our next move. You just made a dangerous move, though. What's stopping her from
Yeah.
telling the swordsman what you just told her?
That's a good idea. Oh, whoops. That's a good idea. And there might be something Mal and Nellie can do to help too.
Perhaps. With the nun dying, with the nun denying any involvement with the swordsman, and with him being so inscrutable, I'd find myself at a complete loss as how to go about crossing the wall, standing in the way of getting the truth out of him. My mind brings me back to the events at the second door, the most savage of the three tragedies. The things he did there then were undeniably inhuman. It makes me wonder if his perspective on these events would have any influence on Morgana's perception of him. If at all, a positive influence seems the less likely. Was he man or was he beast? Something else, he wanted to be human in the beginning. What was it that he truly desired? Peace, I think. If he hadn't been under Morgana's curse, would he have wanted to be the same killer he was? Blinding sunlight drags me from my thoughts, a radiance brighter, more intense than any I have been under today. Or rather, it's probably more my mind interpreting that it's way because my eyes can't handle it anymore. In a matter of moments, all I can see is white.
No? Are you alright?
Feel a sharp pain like someone's yanking at. I'm fine. I just need. Belle's voice fades away. From somewhere, I think I can hear her calling my name, but instead of sound, all that reaches me is more pain. Then, the world starts tilting towards me. No, not the world. It's me who's falling. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, possible.
Hell are we?
Huh. Looks like a closet.
At the mansion? Where am I?
Maybe the cellar.
Whoa.
You're awake.
Anna, you doing here?
Does my appearance disturb you? That is to be expected, I suppose. I am hardly what you would call attractive, after all.
Anna,
How do you know my name?
how do I know your name? I came to save you. Where is this? Aren't you in the... Ooh. Observation tower? Huh? Just happened. I tried to say observation tower, and my voice completely disappeared.
Where is this? I'm not sure how you couldn't know. This is the witch's cottage by the lake. I found you unconscious outside my door, so I presumed you came here in search of my herbal medication.
Conscious? Outside her door? Arm? What? This is before she lost her arm. Does that mean I've traveled even further into the past? Or could this be... You must get yourself far away from this place, Morgana. Better yet, escape to another country entirely.
Where did that come from? I have no means of survival if I leave.
In that case, beware of two men who will come to visit you. You must not open the door for them.
What do you mean?
They're a flaxen-haired boy and a swordsman. How do I lose my voice for all the most important details? Really the cottage by the lake?
Take a look outside the window and see for yourself.
There's nothing there. Nothing outside the window. No, that's not exactly right. A reddish-black fog turns beyond the window.
A pretty lake, is it not? Not that I have any place talking about beauty.
I understand. This isn't the real. Your world, then. Your world, then, Morgana. Or is it a world within our dreams?
May I ask who you are?
I once spent much time at your side. It's all so very strange. It was always you who were talking to me, and now you don't even know my name. Shall we talk for a bit, Morgana?
If you're going to try and convince me to leave, I won't have it. And please watch what you say. There's something very unsettling about your choice of words.
Wish In that case, let's talk about ourselves. So long I fought to fend off the things you said, not because I had any particular dislike for you, because I was afraid of how entrancing the sound of your voice. I empathized with the feelings seething through your words. That understanding almost allowed them to consume me. There was a mysterious magnetism to you. And as emotionally unstable as I was at the time, I couldn't possibly have withstood giving in to it.
You're saying my voice is unpleasant?
Not at all. It was beautiful. Frighteningly so. I want to try again. I want you to tell me about yourself. Things you see and feel.
I will not be telling you or anyone else about myself. Because
they would have to be inhuman to empathize with you? In that case, start with me instead. Honestly, I don't want to talk about myself either, because it makes me feel pitiful, worthless. It's a story I would rather pretend never happened. And it's not a story I can tell just anyone.
But you can tell me.
I was born into this world female.
What?
From a young age, being a girl felt somehow wrong. And as I grew older, my body developed like a boy's. Not entirely, though. My body is incomplete. I'm missing one thing every man is supposed to have. The change drove my mother to madness, and she hid me away, for I was unfit to be in the presence of others. That was when I was 14 years old, and that marked the end of any semblance of normalcy in my life. Morgana, you once told me that our fates were decided before birth, both yours and mine alike. I spent my whole life rejecting that notion, insisting I was a normal person, fighting to prove I was indeed male. But now that it's all over, I think you were right. My fate was always set in stone, and perhaps if I'd stopped trying to fight it, if I'd shut up and accepted it, I could have lived a longer life. I could have not left Zell behind.
Do you regret your choice?
No, I do not. No matter what could have been, I had to hold my ground. I had to keep shouting, because if I hadn't, it would have rendered my very existence meaningless. No matter what misfortune the decision may have brought, I must not regret it. Everyone has some principle, some belief, some fundamental aspect of themselves they must always stand in unwavering support of. Or perhaps, must not lose sight of would be a better way to put it. Or if we do, we lose sight of ourselves. For most people, beliefs have probably been internalized so deeply they aren't even aware they're holding on to them. But what we carry inside us is unique. Difficult for other people to understand, to accept, forcing us to walk a path of solitude and confusion. I believe you generally do have miraculous powers. And who knows, maybe your blood is special too. But I think your real power lies in your voice and its ability to enchant anyone who hears it. But it was something you were born with, not something you asked for. Was it not?
I am a saint, daughter of God. That is the lot I was given, and that is the path I must walk. If I stray from that path or stop walking, I will no longer be myself. It would make me worthless. We mustn't lament the solitude we were dealt.
Maybe not, but I think that if either of us had had someone, even one person who accepted us, it would have caused us to see the world in a much different light. I know you had people like that, who treated you like a regular girl.
But they're gone now.
And have you never leaned on their memory?
It comes back to me from time to time. But even then, they were different than me. They were so full of kindness, so very human. And while they taught me to experience their joy, not even they could change what I ultimately. I left my humanity behind far too early in my life. What about you? Do you have anyone special?
I do.
And do they treat you like a normal person?
He does.
However, you must still know that you're different. can't fit in with everyone else. That you're abnormal. You do, don't you?
I am very conscious of that fact. That on a fundamental level, I am still gray. And that so long as I am who I am, that I always will be so. Nevertheless, her acceptance allowed me to step onto a path she walked. A path wide enough even for me, despite my abnormality.
You are, I expect, only half right about that. You're a man capable of making compromises, with a spirit strong enough to try to walk the path of humanity, while still being an outsider to it. I could never do that. Someone could be standing there, someone ordinary but incredibly kind and accepting person, holding their hand out for me, and I don't think I could take it. Because I know that if I do, it will only bring more pain. So if I am to take anyone's hand, it must be someone inhuman, someone fundamentally abnormal, and not just mentally or emotionally, but on a deeper level, intrinsically different.
Donna.
Maybe you could do it. Maybe you can understand even a tiny bit of my fate. You could do that, couldn't you? Then do it. Understand me. Empathize with me. Take some of the weight off my back.
Donna. I have every intention of doing anything I can. But you have to understand, I'm not from this time, Morgana. I can't promise you I will be around much longer. So instead, take as much time as you need to find someone who will accept you, and with them, slowly bring yourself back into the path of humanity. Not be easy, I know. Constant fear at the looks people give you, dreading the things they think and feel about you, terrified by the thought that they might abandon you at any moment, the ever-present anxiety about whether you're able to fit in with them at all. But I know you can do it. I know you can bring yourself back to a place you can love, like what you had 4 years ago.
You really are.
How?
You may think talking to my past self can change something, but you're sorely mistaken. Nothing of the girl you see there remains. Poke and prod at the past all you like. It won't change anything, my dear. It's all too far gone to have any effect.
That was a fun little side tangent.
Michelle? Michelle? Are you there? Are you alright? Get up, Michelle, please.
Jesus, we spent a whole day in bed.
Mm.
What a waste of a day.
Oh, thank goodness. You're awake.
Did I?
Oh. Ah, you're awake. Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
Nelly.
You gave everyone a big scare, dearest Michelle. All of a sudden, you were just on the ground. Were you feeling unwell?
No, I was just having a natural sensitivity to sunlight. I apologize for any concern I caused you. Sorry for worrying you too, Giselle. That rather shameful display.
No need to apologize. Like you said, you're sensitive to sunlight. I'm just glad you're alright, Michelle. If anything, I should be the one apologizing for putting so much pressure on you. I had no idea it was so bright out.
As long as you're not sick or anything. So you're feeling better now?
It still hurts a little, but yes, I'm fine. What time is it?
Almost supper time, which means I better get back to the cottage.
Really out that long?
At least you woke up before supper. I should get going though. See you tomorrow, Michelle.
It's the day before Morgana's supposed to die. Our time is limited enough as it is. That said, Giselle, I saw Morgana.
What do you mean? How?
I don't know if it was in a world of her creation or simply a dream, but in it I spoke with Morgana when she was still alive.
What was she like?
Not like the Morgana we know now. Not someone who seemed to feed off hatred.
So she really was a saint in life, like Mel described her.
So I got the impression being a saint was more like a chain around her ankle. The only way she was able to derive any meaning for her life. Not to mention the other sense of solitude brought about by the knowledge that no one like her would ever come into her life.
You think she wanted to break free from the chains then?
Even if she were able to, she would never be able to return to normal. Much like I will never have a normal body. Although,
Oh, you're awake. That's good.
you came to check up on me.
Don't act so surprised. I'm plenty capable of showing concern for others. That said, no, that's not actually why I'm here.
Fail.
I know you're not feeling well, but if you're up to it, would you mind joining me for supper?
I don't know why you would make such a big deal about asking me to.
He's the one asking. I think he's getting suspicious.
I see. Apologize for not handling my encounter with him better.
Don't be. If he was sure I was playing him, I wouldn't be here. Don't blame yourself. No, I would still appreciate it if you came.
Absolutely. Turning him down would only give him more reason to be suspicious.
True enough. I'll do my best not to let anything slip. You try to do the same, okay? All right.
Of course.
Well, let's get going then.
Told him what I said to her? Yes! She absolutely did.
Whatever this is about, we don't want to keep him waiting. Be on your guard.
I will.
Here he is.
See, I've been waiting. I saved you a couple of seats, so go on. Sit down.
Cheery atmosphere.
What's the matter, Mel? You've hardly touched your food. Lost your appetite?
I've never been a very big eater.
No? Then why don't we give the rest to your friend here? It's a bit bland, but it's passable. What did you say? Nothing if not overwhelming.
How does he expect anyone to eat with the air so tense?
Don't even look at him.
Considering he's the reason Mel's involved in this at all, I can understand not wanting to make eye contact.
Are you not going to eat either? Don't worry, there's no poison in it. Thought never even crossed my mind. Why would you think
Until
I'd be
now.
concerned about my meal being poisoned? It was only a joke. The Lord anywhere? He's gone back to the manor. Thought you were his bodyguard. He's a lord. He has more than one guard.
Why did you invite us to supper?
Is there any reason I shouldn't have?
Plenty.
Such as?
You don't like us. Like,
Imagine anyone would
imagine. Oh, sorry.
I imagine anyone would feel a bit overwhelmed dining with the Lord's personal bodyguard.
Like that.
In fact, I'm surprised you two knew each other at all, let alone were on good enough terms to share supper together. What's up with that?
Yeah, what are you guys into?
Haven't told this man anything, have you, Mel?
Nothing. I told him is that you were the Lord's bodyguard.
I see. You want to know what kind of terms we're on?
Well,
We're accomplices. Such a shame this is how your reunion had to turn out. Finally get to see him again, only to learn he's a criminal.
Wait, what are you?
What crimes might you be referring to? Take a guess. What sort of atrocities do you think you're committing? Save spot. I don't know for certain, but it does feel pretty ominous.
What is he doing? Why would he tell you that?
Wants to gauge my reaction.
Yeah. You figure out if
I
you're a
have to-
problem or not.
I have to choose my next words carefully. I can't say too much, but I won't get anywhere saying nothing either. How should I handle?
Mhm.
Maybe there's nothing here. I have no idea. All I'm asking you to do is guess. Just say the first thing that comes to mind. Huh? Putting me on the spot, telling me my friend is a criminal and asking me to guess his crime. Do you honestly think you would get any sort of answer out of me? You make a fair point. Then allow me to change the question. If you found out a friend of yours was a criminal, would you still be able to be their friend? That question makes you uncomfortable too. Consider it a sort of sideshow to liven up our meal. Don't take it so seriously. It would depend on if they feel guilty about what they've done, if they have any intention on making penance for their crimes. Mel, well, he's someone who would be ashamed of any wrongdoing he might or might not have participated in. See. What about you? Oh, well, wait, what about you? If you had done something you knew to be wrong, would you be ashamed? Would you make penance? Maybe. I like to be aloof. One hell of a friend here, man. Michelle, that was your name, wasn't it? Do you have any other friends? I don't have many, no. Any in this land? No, why do you ask? I don't have any friends here either. Maybe we could be. Or maybe I never had any at all.
Maybe he wants to be your friend, Michelle.
Don't be so naive, Giselle. Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, I guess not.
Any family? I left home some time ago. Are they too far to visit regularly? You are asking a bunch
He
of
is
probing questions.
Scoping out a victim.
Uh-huh.
He's looking for someone he can murder
Yeah.
that no one will miss.
Are they too far to visit regularly? Why do you want to know? I'm in a similar situation myself. I thought it might be nice to find some common ground. I find it difficult to take him at his word. So, you make the long journey all the way out here, so you can see him, your friend. That I did.
This is just a small detour in his travels. That's what you told me, isn't it?
Right. Well, how very gracious of you to go so far out of your way for him. Oh, and Mel, I have a question for you as well.
Or what kind of question?
Think of it like a little game. You are standing on the edge of a cliff. On your
Oh.
left is your sister, and on your right, him. They're both about to fall. You can only save one of them. Whose hand do you grab? Surely this isn't the first time you've heard this scenario proposed. It's not real, just the hypothetical. Don't take it so serious. Come on, it's just a game. You know that, right? You don't need to answer. As he said, I'm only here to see. When I heard there was going to be a festival, I requested permission to remain until then. If that displeases you for any reason, I apologize. But hypothetical or not, a question like that makes it uncomfortable for everyone involved. Or are you trying to make him feel cornered? Not at all. It was merely a question. I never meant to make him uncomfortable. My apology. Now, I suppose I should take my leave, as it seems my presence makes it hard to enjoy the food. Relax. I am not staying here I won't get in the way of your reunion anymore. You said you would be here until the Harvest Festival? They're supposed to be putting on quite the impressive event. Look forward to it. May I ask you one thing before you go? What do you think of the nun? Very close to her. I am not close to anyone. Oh, that was...
So, yeah. Thank you. I was hoping to handle it better than that. I just can't seem to keep it together around him. I'm really sorry.
I can hardly blame you.
Thanks. There's something really unsettling about him.
Can't say I disagree.
What's the deal with that question, anyway?
The cliff one? You can't figure it out, Mel? Obvious.
Yeah.
I think it's best if you don't.
It was a threat. Any way you look at it, he had to be. Never mind. Anyway, keep your eye out. You'll probably want to be extra careful tonight. After all that, I'm scared he might be up to something. There's no saying where he actually went. I'm with Mel. I have a bad feeling about what he might do.
A situation like that, you'd be crazy not to be on. That would be why. Plan to head straight back to my room.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. You really think we'll be able to get his key? Still can't bring myself to believe there's anything between him and the Saintess. And the Lord's pretty much always inaccessible.
Does the Lord say about anything when you're all together?
Such as...
Anything at all. Something to give me some idea what kind of person he is.
Sorry, I've got nothing. I usually keep my mouth shut when I'm with them, and they hardly talk to each other either.
I see.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure you already heard this, but the Lord's an incredibly suspicious man. I'm not sure he's capable of trusting anyone at all. So it's not really a situation where I can go up and ask him about his personal life. After several failed assassination attempts, among other things, he's just grown to be suspicious of everyone around him. If someone's walking up to him and even thinks they might try something, that's all it takes for him to have them beheaded. As a person, his reputation's awful, but he has done a ton to improve the city's economy. So the merchants and artisans thinks he's all right.
And out of curiosity, what is the Lord's name?
Oh, you don't know that either? His name is Jean-Francois Barnier. Probably.
Not Jacopo. What?
That name doesn't fit him at all.
Not one bit. He does not look like a Jean-Francois.
Does that mean he's not the Lord then?
The Lord is the only other person who did enough to earn Morgana's wrath and be on the receiving end of her reconstruction wish. It has to be him. But between this and the nun being named Marie, things are starting to get a bit muddled.
Hold on a second. I think I've heard the name Barnier somewhere.
Diary in the library. Lived in the mansion, as I recall. Written by someone named Barnier. Actually, now that I think about it, that same diary also showed up in Mel's next line. In it, he was complaining about not having gotten the larger of the family's estates.
Hey, yo. And about Harvest, I think. That was one of the books your family sent you, right?
Actually, that was the one book they didn't. It was already in the library when I arrived.
You think he could have written it?
Here I thought it was just the scribblings of a disgruntled noble. The book really is that old. I'm amazed it was in such good condition for so long. It can't be more than 100 years behind our own time, so it's not inconceivable it would still be in good shape then. But Mel came back many hundred years after that. Almost like it was frozen in time.
You know, I think we actually may have been stopped during the times the mansion wasn't present in the living world. Time. That was the word I missed. I've kept it clean, yeah. But one person going around dusting wouldn't be enough to keep it from falling into disrepair over hundreds of years.
What on earth is this mansion? Is it also part of Morgana's miracle?
What? What's the matter? You just been standing there staring off into space?
I'm glad they felt like the NPCs address it. It's fucking great.
Like, why and stop?
Oh, sorry. I got lost in thought.
You seem to do that a lot. Just go off into your own little world. I swear, you've got to be more absent-minded than me. That's not important, though, I guess. Anyway, so I've been trying to think of ways I can help, but sorry. I haven't been able to come up with anything.
It's fine. I'm simply glad to have you on my side.
Sure. Well, I should get back to my room. If you have any good ideas, let me know.
I will.
I know we don't have much time, Michelle, and that concerns you, but try not to agonize over it too much.
For how well yesterday went, it feels like we've come to a screeching halt. Honestly, I'm having trouble processing it.
How about for now, we just focus on the immediate issues.
Suppose.
To start with, we're going to want to talk to the nun again tomorrow. We might have an easier time of it if we brought Mel or Nellie along. She'd probably be more inclined to believe us about the observation tower if it came from them.
Might work. Though it presents another potential problem. What if she doesn't believe it? Put the two of them at risk. There's also the chance she's not involved with the swordsman at all. Claims. In which case, convincing her doesn't get us any closer to getting the truth out of him. Maybe it'd be better to approach it from the lords.
Did you hear that? It came from over by the window. Maybe it's a cat.
I'll go check.
Eee!
Disembodied hand.
Gets you every time.
I have no clue.
Ah, damn it, there's someone in there. It's a ghost. Ghost. There's a ghost out there. Get away from the window. Hurry, you don't want it to possess you.
Calm down. Your scream startled me far more than anything.
How am I supposed to calm down? We have to go find Mel and get another room. This one's haunted. We can't stay in this one any longer. No way.
I don't think it was a ghost. In fact, going after them.
No, you can't be serious. Michelle.
Pretty sure they went this way.
But let's go back to the mansion. You're chasing a ghost. You're out of your mind.
Now that I think about it, she's essentially a ghost herself, afraid of another ghost. I think I saw moving in the bushes over there. Is this the one? Oh, it's her. Jesus
That's
Christ,
our,
she does
yeah,
not leave much to
God.
the imagination.
Oh God, Maria, was that me too?
Yeah, I don't remember what voice you gave her.
Probably British, I think. You
I think so.
found me.
Ah,
Is that who I think it is? Be a good boy and pretend you never saw me, got it? I'm off.
hold on.
Go after her. Oh, no, it's not a ghost. We gotta hunt them down.
Stop, please. I want to talk to you.
You stop. Why are you chasing me? For the record, I wasn't breaking in for nefarious reasons, so you don't need to take me to the guards.
I'm not going to report you. All I want to do is talk.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Well, I do, so please stop.
What's your deal anyway? You some kind of creep?
No.
How the hell's a man chasing a woman down a dark road not a creep?
I like how they're
The
having this
woman broke
conversation
into his house.
while they're running at full sprint.
Yeah. These are both pretty good condition if you're able to have this much conversation at full speed.
As if you look any less suspicious.
Screw off and stop chasing me, damn it.
Then stop running. This is Pauline. I think this is Pauline.
Oh.
Or Marie.
Wait, the
nun.
Is someone there?
Her.
Help, please. I'm being chased by a strange man.
What are you...
He's going to do terrible things to me. Is this as bad as it looks?
Words.
What's going on here?
Wait a minute. Don't do anything rash. I can explain. I'm completely innocent.
Maria?
Interesting. Well then.
Things are suddenly looking better for us.
Name.
What are you doing here, Maria? What are you? Is that you, Pauline?
Oh, so her name was Pauline.
Right, she was lying.
Oh.
Or they were switching? Is that like a classic twin situation? Wait, what? They know each other? And she called her...
I was right. That is your name.
That is my earthly name.
When you become a nun, you take on a nun name.
Yeah, I think that's right. That sounds great. It's not who I am now. I am Marie. I no longer go by that name. It's Marie. That's your fucking name. That's your name. Haha, that's a fucking laugh. You joking? I am not. Oh, god damn it. This is gonna be a pain.
Have fun.
And that outfit, you became a nun or something? Is that part of a gag? That's why you call yourself Marie, huh? Name suits you a hell of a lot better than me. The Virgin Mary's namesake grows up to be a whore. While sweet little Pauline grows up to be a genuine Virgin Mary. What do you say? Want to take my earthly name and I'll take yours? You don't have to be so crude.
Seems like it can go south very quickly.
That reminds me. Oh, wait. Nope. Hang on. That reminds me. I heard word there was a saintess or whatever at the church here. That you? Saintess, huh? That's just what people call me. I don't actually consider myself a saint. Pure as ever, I see. If it were me, I'd let them put me up on that pedestal, bask in their worship for a while, then swipe all the ties and get the hell out. You're unbelievable, Maria. Oh, I'm just kidding. Don't take what I say so seriously. What did you come here for, Maria?
That's a great line. Oh shit.
Fuck's sake. It can move. Jesus.
Oh,
Like, that's what whores do. We come and go.
literally.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Boo.
I really like that. That's like the wordplay.
That's God. We're anywhere and everywhere, and then we're gone. You do realize that this is a church, right? I know. Sacred ground, no place for a dirty old prostitute like me. I'm going to hell, yada yada. I didn't say that. I would prefer you refrain from working on church property. I was on my way out, in fact, but then that white-haired dude came after me. Dude. Yeah, I don't know when that started, but I doubt it was this early.
Do believe you tried to break into my room first.
Details. What? You keep your mouth shut. You tried to break in? What for? What's it matter what for? Maybe someone hired me. Or maybe I came to pillage the tithe box.
Was it the Lord? Is that who you came to see?
Huh? Why would you assume the Lord of all people? There are plenty of other men in need of my services.
Thought there might be something between you two, that's all.
There's nothing between us. Everyone's denying their connections to each other. So, since you're here, Maria, do you want to stop by my place for a bit? So you can grill me about what I'm here for? No, I will admit I'm curious, but if you don't want to talk about it, I won't try and force you. We just haven't seen each other in so long. I'm sure we got plenty to catch up on. Come on, surely you can stay for tea at least. They don't call you the Saintess for nothing, huh? They'll even invite a all in your house for a friendly chit-chat. I wish you'd stop calling me that. You're an old friend who I haven't seen in years. It's only natural to want to catch up, is it not? Not sure that exactly applies to us, you know. But sure, why not? Though, to tell you the truth, I have no idea what the hell we'd even talk about, so I'll agree to come on one condition. White hair here comes with.
Who, me?
You can't let this opportunity go. Now that we know the nun is Pauline, we might be able to get more out of her.
That's fair, but still.
I'm not sure how comfortable I am bringing a man into the house with only girls.
This scenario that's about to be set up is
Yeah.
is by the book anime visual novel.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how comfortable I am going.
What's the big deal? Afraid he might turn feral? No, he ain't that kind of guy. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
You seem to trust me quite a bit for someone you just met.
Not so much trust, more like the air you give off. Like an
Her?
aura. You don't look like you're... Jesus fucking Christ. You don't look like you've got the balls to do it.
Ah, you don't know how right you are, lady. What
Does.
did You just say, damn it, that stings worse than she has any way of knowing.
Don't let it get to you. There's nothing you could do about that. Well, what are you waiting for? Go on, get your butts moving. Okay.
I'm not sure I like where this is going. And that's where we're going to stop.
Ugh.
Oh, man. Well, I do think when we come back on tomorrow, we're going to finish this. We're nearing the end.
Oh, you think?
I do think so,
Okay.
yeah.
Figured
We,
with 2 left that we would still have a while to go, but I suppose they might fall
Well,
one after another.
Yeah, we only got one in-game day left, and I'm looking at my my
That's a
little
good
guide
point.
here, and I've only got 3 bullet points left.
Well,
But I
must be
do,
close.
if there's one thing I do very vividly recall about this final chapter, is the very anime visual novel scene that's about to take place in the house with Nellie, Pauline, Maria, and
Yeah.
Giselle.
Very clearly like a harem girl situation. Or whatever. This is dumb. And it's... God, like it could... I don't know. Yeah. There could be a really cool story here that tells like an awesome... And it's just weird. There's some like biological essentialism running underneath all of it too. And like, I just... Yeah. Gross.
Oh man.
Could
Well,
have been something much more than it is, it feels. And then it just undercuts it all out at the knees when it's like, oh yeah, and it'll just have a sweet, fluffy ending. Like, ugh, whatever. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. We'll see how it goes.
we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's what we're gonna call it tonight. If you want to see how this ends, tune back in tomorrow. We stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Notified by subscribing to the channel or by joining to our Discord. Link for that down there somewhere too. If you want to throw a buck or two our way, you don't have to. Just hanging out. But yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow and see how Eric's feelings about the ending of this game will be.
Yeah, I'm
when we
sure
get
it's
there.
going to be great.
Oh
Gonna
man,
love it.
you're gonna love it. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. Anyway, we're out. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.